Hey guys, it's Papa Steve on the move. Every backcountry camper knows there's several pieces of critical equipment you need to take with you. I'm going to give you guys a top 10 list of all that critical gear. We're here today at Campers Village to shop for all the things you need to get started. Let's go inside and have a look. Hey, now I got a gift card for my birthday and everybody knows I love to shop for gear, so I'm pretty excited to be here today at Campers Village in Calgary. They have everything you need to get started or even to upgrade some existing gear. Now, if you guys like hiking and backcountry camping, don't forget to subscribe. Just go ahead and hit that button so you don't miss any of the great content coming up. Let's go take a look around. So, here we are in the backpack section. Couple rules about backpacks. You don't want to get a day pack if you're going for overnight backcountry camping. But you don't want a big multi-day pack if you're only a weekender. So make sure you make the right selection. Don't get one that's too small and won't hold your gear. And don't get one that's too big and you pack that unnecessary weight. Best thing to do is find one that fits you well. Campers Village has plenty of tools to size up your torso and make sure you've got the right fitting pack. Don't be afraid to ask the staff here. They're really helpful. I use a Gregory pack, but the Deuter or the Osprey make excellent selections too. Walk around the store, use some of the weights that they have handy so you can put that weight in your pack and walk around the store and make sure that you're comfortable. Comfort is the most important thing when selecting a backpack. Okay, once you've got your backpack, you're going to want to select a tent. Now, tent is going to be depending on how many people are coming with your team. You can get a one-person or a two-person for yourself, or up to a 3 or 4-person if you're carrying the tent for other people, where you can split up the poles in the tent amongst your packs. Now, the critical thing about a tent is the weight, not just the bulk. There's several options, and you'll be able to come in and look at and make a good decision based on what you see on the floor. There'll be samples set up for you to look at, as well as several of reference materials in the store to look at and decide what's going to work best for you. Lots of different options here at Campers Village. You really can't make a bad decision, and again, don't be afraid to ask the staff for help. Now, let's try and pick out a sleeping bag. Now, I've made the mistake before of getting a synthetic bag, and there's lots of great options out there for synthetic bags, and you can save some money. But you're gonna carry extra weight and bulk in your backpack. So if weight's important to you, or if you're really an ultralighter, you're gonna have to look at a down bag. There's lots of options, plenty of price ranges. Pick something that's appropriate for your budget, and most importantly for the temperature for the areas you're gonna camp. If you're here in Alberta and you're in the mountains, you're going to need at least a 3-season bag that'll measure out to -6 degrees Celsius. Okay, now once you've picked out your sleeping bag, you're going to need a sleeping mat. Now there's several different options of sleeping mats. There's inflatables and there's closed cell. Closed cell, quite light but very bulky. You're going to need to strap that to the bottom of your pack. Now the inflatables come in several different sizes. All about the same weight, but you can see that there's substantial size difference in some of these. Now the different widths, Campers Village has blown up several of the inflatables, and they've set up a spot where you can actually put the mat down and lay on it to find out which one works for you. Now, critical thing when you're looking at any mat is to consider the RV value. The higher the number, the warmer you're going to be on the cold ground. Keep that in mind when making your decision. So, when you're out in the backcountry, you're going to need water. You're either going to have to bring it yourself or you're going to have to filter it there. So, 2 things to think about. One, how much water do you want to pack? You can bring a big Nalgene bottle or a big soft shell bottle, but that water is heavy. So I would suggest looking at something more like a filter or drops or tablets, something that's going to let you use the water you find in the backcountry to filter it and drink it yourself. You're going to save that valuable pounds on your back. Now, one thing some beginners overlook when they're setting up their pack is a first aid kit. Now, you can put one together yourself, but Campers Village does assemble some pre-made kits that you can take out with you. There's also some emergency blankets and some emergency rain gear, kind of things that take for your comfort and where you're going. You don't need a big medical kit if you don't know first aid. Just take what you're able to use. Now, one other thing you're going to need for your safety out there is bear spray. Now, Campers Village does offer an extensive selection of products as far as bear awareness and bear spray. They are secured, so you're going to need to get some help, but you'll definitely want to take this with you when you're in the backcountry in all 4 seasons, even in the winter. Now, another thing you're going to need is repair kits, some kind of emergency gear. When you have a failure in the backcountry, nothing's going to save you. And duct tape only goes so far. Definitely bring some, but you're going to want to look at ropes. You're going to want to look at sewing kits. You're going to want to look at emergency repair kits, buckles, straps that fit your gear. Put yourself a small bag of emergency gear with you and take it every time you go in the backcountry. Now, you're going to need to eat when you're in the backcountry. And if you don't want to eat cold food the whole time you're out there, you're going to need to cook, either on a fire or on a stove. Now, lots of places are going to require you to bring your own wood. And even if they don't, if the wood is out there, you're still going to need waterproof matches or a lighter, some kind of tinder to start that fire. You're going to need to bring all that stuff with you. My recommendation, get yourself a nice lightweight stove, some kind of small stove and a canister. Campers Village has lots of options here that you can come in, touch, look at, ask for help. Lots of kits, pots, stuff you need to eat warm food in the backcountry. Now, when you head into the backcountry, you're going to need to leave a travel plan with someone at home just in case there's an emergency. And in case of emergency, you're going to want some navigation equipment. Now, whether that's a compass and a map or a GPS, Campers Village can supply all your needs. Depending on your budget, you'll find what you need here. All right, in the backcountry, you're going to need weather-appropriate clothing and rain gear. Campers Village has an extensive supply of jackets, pants, shirts, everything you're going to need. My advice, stay away from cotton. Cotton, when it gets wet, takes a long time to dry out, and it's really heavy. There's lots of different options here to look at, so just come in, find something that suits your style, and buy what you need. Now, don't forget your footwear. When you're out in the woods, you're going to need good quality boots. When you're carrying that heavy weight on your back, you're going to want a lot of support on your feet. There's a lot of quality boots, shoes, lots of options here at Campers Village to look at. Come in, get some help, find something that fits you, that feels good. There's some ramps you'll be able to walk up and down and really test the gear. So, as you can see, Campers Village has everything you need to get started in the backcountry. I can shop here all day. Now, spring is coming fast, so don't delay. Get in here and buy your gear before they sell out. Everything we saw here today, they sell online as well. So I'll leave a link down below in the comments so you guys can check that out. And a big, big thank you to Frankie and the Calgary team who were so nice to let us film in here today. Now, I hope you guys found this interesting. Please continue to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions at all, leave them down in the comments or contact me on social media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Till then, I'm Papa Steve on the move, and I'll see you guys on the trail.